We are learning more about the man who opened fire in a Texas church on Sunday, killing 26 people. An El Paso, Texas police report says Devin Kelly briefly escaped from a mental health facility in New Mexico in 2012. He had allegedly made death threats against his superiors at Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico and had been caught sneaking weapons onto the base. He was later discharged for domestic abuse against his wife and stepson. The president says the shooting is a mental health issue, not a gun issue. Democrats are calling for gun control, but is anything possible right now to get through Congress? For more, let's get San Francisco Chronicle senior political reporter Joe Garofoli on the line here and talk about this. Joe, I have a copy of your column today, and in it, you point out in July, a Pew Research survey found that 89% of both gun owners and non-gun owners thought that people with mental illness should have their gun access restricted, but it's not. Why?
Well, just like on many other issues, Ken, this Congress isn't going to get anything done. And on guns in particular, it's not going to get anything done as long as Republicans are holding the majority. They are pretty much afraid and cowed by the power of the National Rifle Association. The NRA gave, I believe, $50 to $60 million to the president and 6 senators, Republican senators last year. All of the senators, and of course the president, all the senators but one, won their races. So they don't want to make any move that the NRA does not approve of, and they certainly don't approve of any restrictions on guns at all, even when it comes to mental illness.
Joe Garofoli, I'm sorry I mispronounced your name at the beginning there.
No worries.
So we move forward now. We've had the Las Vegas mass killings. We've had this shooting in Texas. And right now it looks like this is just going to be the new normal. We're just going to have an America where we're going to be living with mass shootings from time to time, and we'll all have thoughts and prayers and throw up our hands about it, but nothing gets done. Is that what's going to happen?
That is the sad truth as it is right now. I mean, if you can't inspire decision makers in Washington to act after a killer is going up and down the aisles of a church shooting babies, what else are you going to do? What more will it take? We've had gunmen shooting their fellow congressmen, and they didn't act. We've had gunmen shooting 58 people at a concert in Las Vegas, and nothing happened. I don't know if any kind of horrible tragedy will move Congress because of the way that they're cowed by the NRA.
It's also pointed out that most gun violence, 98%, is not attributable to people with mental health issues. So you can be perfectly sane and still kill a lot of people.
This is a very hard thing for people to understand, and honestly, it was hard for me to understand when I was reporting the story. When we talk about mental illness, we're talking about serious mental illness. You know, the report you teased to earlier before we start talking was about how the gentleman who was shooting in Texas had suffered from some mental illness. But we're talking serious mental illness, like the kind where you think the CIA is hiding out underneath your bed and whispering to you. That kind of serious delusional mental illness. Most of the people who have suffered from that degree of mental illness, if they have access to weapons, they will turn them on themselves, if anything. They are usually not a danger to other people. And for something that is as complex, if we look at it in raw logistics, to carrying out an act like this is very difficult for someone with that degree of mental illness to carry out.
Joe Garofoli, senior political writer for the San Francisco Chronicle. We'll keep an eye on things, and hopefully we're wrong. Hopefully there won't be any more mass killings.
I hope I'm wrong too.
Yeah, but I don't know. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.